You're watching the Weiss channel. Today we are doing triangle congruence. Proving triangles congruent. Okay? So, for example, how are these two triangles congruent? All right? You see how there is one slash here and one slash here, meaning this side is exactly congruent to this side. Congruent meaning equal. There's two slashes here and two slashes here, meaning those two sides are congruent to each other. Three slashes here and three slashes here, meaning these two sides are congruent to each other. Okay? So you have all three sides of one triangle congruent to all three sides of another triangle. We call that side, 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 or SSS. SSS. Okay? Over here, we have two sides equal to two sides, and the angle in between the two sides are equal to each other. Well, that's going to be called side angle side, or SAS. Okay. Here, you have this angle equal to this angle, you have this angle equal to this angle, and the side in between the two angles are also congruent to each other. That's called angle side angle. ASA. Okay. Over here, you have two angles equal to each other. This angle equal to this one, this angle equal to this one, and this side equal to this side. Notice that unlike this one, where the side is in between the angles, this time the side comes after the two angles. We call that angle side, AAS. Okay? Now, those are the four main options. In those of you doing my Delta Math assignment, all right, there's going to be one more option that involves right triangles. Okay? Here are two right triangles. Now, when you have right triangles, and we're going to talk about this in another video when it's right triangle congruence, but for the purposes of Delta Math today, we're going to add this one in. Notice that the hypotenuse is congruent to the hypotenuse here, and one leg is congruent to one leg here. Okay? Now, for some reason, I don't know the reason, you don't mention the right angle, okay? So when you're talking about right triangle, you just say hypotenuse leg, HL. This is called HL. Now, just to make matters really complicated in Delta Math, I don't know why they did this, but here's another one where you have right triangles, okay? Now, in right triangle congruence, you do have what's called LL. This is a leg, and this is a leg, right? This would be called LL. However, in Delta Math, that is not one of your options. So we have to do side, angle, side when you have this one, side, angle, side. So when you have two right triangles, but you don't have the hypotenuse, in Delta Math, it has to be side, angle, side. Sorry about that. So, quick review. This would be side, side, side. Right? This would be side, angle, side. This would be angle, side, angle. This would be angle, angle, side. This would be hypotenuse leg. This is, of course, not leg, and delta math, but side, angle, side. Now, this, all right, notice you have 3 angles in one triangle congruent to 3 angles in another triangle. That's called angle, 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 but the triangles are not congruent. So you need to select the 2 angles are not congruent because of angle, angle, angle. Here, you do not have enough information, okay? This is, on delta math, it's called SSA. If you just have side-side angle, then you do not have enough information in order to prove triangles congruent. So SSA is not a possibility for congruent triangles. You've been watching the Weiss channel.